Hey everyone, this is Stuart, Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot, and welcome back to The Shack. The other day I released a video on HamClock for the Mac, and after I released that video, I learned that the creator of HamClock, the entire program, ended up becoming a silent key. It's unfortunate that a valued part of the community, it's unfortunate Elwood, Whiskey Bravo Zero, Oscar Echo Whiskey, decided to, according to all the reports that I have read, take his own life. I think he was dealing with some medical issues, and it's very unfortunate that kind of stuff happens. And it's very unfortunate, being in my world that I came out of for a corporate life, my corporate life in information technology and eventually information technology marketing, that an organization or a software application such as HamClock was so reliant on a particular individual. It's just an eye-opener that, software, whatever software you get, if it's run by an individual, these things can happen. And although it's very unfortunate, things have to continue on. And I decided to keep the HamClock for Mac video up on my channel because it does have 6 months left, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that someone or some organization steps up and takes over the management of the back-end servers. Because HamClock, especially the Mac version, was a very, very good program, and I enjoyed it for the short time that I used it. However, I did come across an alternative. Now, the alternative is, in my opinion, not nearly as robust as what HamClock was. But you know what? Just in case there's no life of HamClock after June 2026, we need a program to do what it did. And there is a new version, a new program that I have stumbled upon called OpenHamClock. I'll put a link on the screen here and in the pinned comment so you can go check it out. It's entirely web-based, so there is no other back-end processes that have to run. With the Mac version, we had to run a back-end sync process that put the data into a web browser for visual presentation. This one here, 100% web-based, so that's pretty cool. So let me do a quick demo of my limited knowledge of it so you can check it out and see if it's something that you want to use. You want to open up your browser and go to OpenHamClock.com. I'll put a link in the pinned comment and here on the screen. Now, I have already customized mine, but you'll get a screen that you can go in and put your call, your geolocation, your time zone, and other relative information to make the program work for you. I'm going to simulate that here by going to settings, and I'm using the retro look. You can change the look to be whatever look you want. You want dark? There, you get a dark presentation. I like the Windows 3.1 look, so I'll go back to the Windows 3.1 look. So basically, once you go in, you put your call sign, your grid square. You can use your current location by hitting the button, and if you have your location settings enabled on your computer, it will find your location to a pretty good, narrowed it down pretty good here. Your whatever theme you like. Again, I showed that briefly. Your layout, if you want a modern or a classic layout. This is more of the classic layout. I kind of like the modern layout myself. Your time zone, I'm happen to be in Atlantic time. And the DX cluster source, I'm going to use auto for this just to make sure I get everything, being a DXer. Go ahead and click Save Settings, and this is pretty much the screen setup. So along the top, you have your call sign, the UTC time, the local time, the temperature in American layout, and the rest of the world Celsius. The solar flux K in solar spot numbers, and if you want to donate, you can click on the little donate button here. Your grid square along the left here, a target grid square. So if you want to say I want to shoot and work Japan, for example, I can set Japan as my target, and I can go to the void cap data here, and it will tell me what bands are open to that part of the world. I can click on the sun and look at what the sun is looking like, from different angles. I can toggle through different things like the void cap here, the band conditions, what bands are good and bad. Over here on the right, I got the DX cluster, and I can set the filters on whatever I want to see. I don't like to see North American spots, so I usually turn off North America. I can put a watch list and see what call signs I want to watch, and say I want to watch a special event coming up, WB0OEW, for example. I can add that to my watch list. If there's a DXpedition coming up I want to keep a close eye on, I can do that. I can show only my watch call signs, and that would only show the watch call signs in my cluster here. I'm going to turn that off. Shows all the clusters. All the purple is POTA. All the yellow is DX. The green is in different. They represent different colors represent different bands and different modes. I don't have PSK Reporter turned on. Upcoming DXpedition. I wish these screens were bigger and customizable, because if I would love to shut off PSK Reporter. I don't use PSK Reporter for anything, so I'd love to turn that off and make these bigger. POTA activators. There's a list of POTA activators here. I can turn the map on or off just by clicking the map on on, back off. Again, I can click through some of these things here. I can look at, again, contests. That would be something I would want to see more of, is contests. Maybe replace the sun, because I really don't need to look at the sun look. But there you have it, folks. Very, very basic introduction to OpenHamClock. It needs, it needs some refinement, needs continuous work, and I'm sure it will get that. If you want to donate, again, I don't know the people behind it, so I can't, say go ahead and donate if because the people behind it are good. I just don't know who's behind it. Go ahead and click on the donate, and I guess Christopher Hetherington is the guy behind it. Again, I don't know Christopher Hetherington at all, but you could make a donation here if you wish. Seem to be some people have. So there you have it, folks. OpenHamClock. I wish HamClock does have some sort of survival mechanism built into it, but it appears that it doesn't. Looking at this message that I'll put on the screen here, if you go to the website, it is what it is. That's the sad part of some of these things, and the fallout when situations like this occur. Anyway, OpenHamClock, check it out. I'll run it, see what it does. I'm sure it will get better in time. It does have some work to do to get up to what HamClock was doing, but it's a good start. I'll leave that. It is a good start. I'm Stuart, Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot. Hope you guys get something out of these videos, and I hope you enjoy the channel. That's all I can ask for. I don't make these videos to get stinking rich, and I don't promote products unless I find it something that I find interesting that may interest you. So hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll see you guys next time.